Hello, this is your friendly nurse and health coach, and I'm coming today on QA of diabetes. We have sent out the videos, and we hope that you have looked at the videos. We have some questions here on diabetes. Like, share the videos, please. You can go in like now, or you can like at the end of my videos. All right, the first question that we have is, can type 1 diabetes be reversed? And they have not proven type 1 for sure to be reversible, but there have been an incident that happened back in 21, back in 20, I'm sorry, back in 20. And they done a incident with someone that had diabetes. Um, Remember, type 1 diabetes is a immune, autoimmune sicknesses, which is when your good cells fight against each other. So in type 1 diabetes, your beta cells, which is in your pancreas, they help the pancreas produce the insulin hormone. They are in trouble. They're not producing no insulin or very little insulin in type 1 diabetes. So there was an incident that they done some immune medication on a young person that had diabetes, and so they was able to come off the insulin, but there's really no cure proven, so they don't know how long it's going to last that person can be off the insulin. But they gave the person some immunity medicines, and it build the immune system back up for the beta cells to start back producing insulin. So they're still working on type 1 diabetes and all diabetes because they really hadn't got a cure for them. You just need to take regular blood sugar checks and take your insulin as needed. And someone asks, can you depend on the insulin pump to give you the right amount of insulin? Usually, they are mostly right, those insulin pumps. Just recheck your blood sugar. Always go back and recheck your blood sugar. You always should have a blood sugar machine. If you got diabetes or you got a family history of diabetes, you need to start checking your blood sugar early. Greetings, everyone. Hello, everyone. Glad to see everyone today. All right, and that was the first question. Can type 1 diabetes be reversed? And they are still doing some experiment on that. And so far, they have got one person back in 2020 that they have done some immune medications on, and they was able to take the person off of insulin, and they don't know how long it's gonna last. So they still experiment on it. And they also experiment on type 1 diabetes with artificial pancreas, uh, artificial intelligence, and insulin analogs on it too. So they're doing a lot of experiment on type 1 diabetes because it seemed to be the one diabetes that have trouble to controlling the type 1 diabetes. All right, I want you to send your questions in. Uh, Give me some questions in the comment section. Someone asked also, what did I say diabetes mean? The word diabetes by itself means to pass through. And when you put the Diabetes mellitus onto the diabetes. It means sweet tasting urine. And that was came about way back in the 1800s, where they've been experimenting on urine and the pancreas, and they find out that the pancreas in the early 1900s had something to do with the diabetes. And so they've been doing a lot of experimenting on that. And around 1922, they finally decided that they can give people insulin to control the diabetes. So diabetes is where you got a high blood sugar accumulated in the blood. Pre-diabetes, well, everybody always says pre-diabetes, but you either diabetic or you're not a diabetic. Pre-diabetes, the normal for diabetics are 70 to 110 blood sugar. So if your blood sugar is staying over 110, diabetic. If it's rotating between 70 and 110, most likely you're not a diabetic right now, but you still got, that's what they call it, a pre-diabetic, when it's getting close to 110 and when they do the fasting blood sugars. So that's when you need to watch your diet most of all. Watch what you're eating. Watch the sugar contents, watch the starch contents, and your carbohydrates. And mainly, sugar high is going to interfere with blood pressure. Blood pressure and sugar go hand in hand. If you're already hypertensive and you're on blood pressure medication, your sugar go up, your blood pressure going to go up. So that's why you got to watch yourself for diabetes when you're on blood pressure pills, or when you got high sugar. Got to watch your blood pressure. We'll be coming next week with the blood pressure. So most common signs of early pre-diabetes, as they saying, is a great craving for a lot of sugar, carbohydrate, starchy stuff. And when you are overeating, overindulging yourself in a big meals all the time, you need to take small meals. People eat too much food at one time. So cut your meal down to small servings. You just say like 6 small servings a day, and stop your sugar unless it's a natural sugar, like your fruits, fresh fruits, raisins, foods that are in a natural state. Right. You can come in signs of early pre-diabetes also if you start to urinate more than you normally urinate, or you become thirsty more, and you can't seem to quench that thirst like you used to quench that thirst. Also, you have to watch your eyes. Maybe your eyes are getting blurry at times. All right. Okay, someone got another question here. Remember, if they took sugar out of something, they're going to put something in there to replace that sugar. So you got to watch that fructose, corn syrup, and stuff like that. So they're going to have something in there that's going to draw you back to that soda. So if it says 0 sugar and you don't see the contents, always watch your contents. Watch your contents. You don't see the fructose, the glucose, or some other kind of refined sugar in there. But carbonated beverages can be added on for. All right. Coke Zero, you love Coke Zero? Mm-hmm. The lighter the soda, the better the soda, not the darker the soda. because they have put more coloring in it, artificial dyes in it. Remember that. And that can cause chemicals being produced that can cause the sugar level to go up. All right. Okay. The next one said what? Oh, yeah. White breads turn right to starch, which turns right to sugar. That's right. A lot of white bread, white bread, white bread. If it's white, don't buy it. If it's white, don't buy it. So Sprite sodas is okay. You asking? Remember what those sodas got in it? They carbonated beverages, which is some kind of gassy chemicals, and chemicals can cause inflammation to the body. Inflammation can cause diabetes, cancer. So, but it's recommended if you just got to drink a soda, drink the clear sodas. All right. Let's see here. The third question someone said, is there any um, cause of type 1 diabetes? Oh, cure. Okay. Yeah. As we just went over just a while ago, they've been experimenting on that. And in 2020, it was a 17-year-old boy that they experimented on it. And they gave the boy immune treatments, medications. And in a year's time, they saw that the boy can come off of insulin. So they still watching the child right now, the 17-year-old, since 2020. They see if he can stay off the insulin. If he can stay off the insulin, they may have something to control that type 1. But remember, it's autoimmune sicknesses. Type 1 is diabetes is, which the good cells fighting against the bad, do each other. Good cells fighting against each other and attacking each other. All right. So they still experiment on it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, wheat bread, whole wheat. Make sure it's whole wheat bread. If you eat some wheat bread, eat whole wheat bread. And whole and brown rice, not white rice, because white rice turns to starch, sugar. Yes, a lot more children are becoming diabetes today. Why? Because it's so much eating out, fast foods. And the fast foods got more sugar, more sodium, more carbohydrates. And the first thing they start to get, the fat around the waist. When that stomach start to get punching out, better watch out. You reserving some fat. When you're reserving fat, your sugar can't break down in your body like it's supposed to. It's going to mess up your pancreas from producing the insulin needed for the body, and you become a diabetic. Blame the parents. Some children now are working at 15 and 16 years old in fast foods. And while they're working, they're steady eating. So, yeah, I can't say I 100% can blame the parents, because the parents can watch them 24/7. They can only tell them. But also, they can set an example. But the parents eating, they can look at what the parents eating and see what they can eat. So you're supposed to have a prime example to y'all what to eat, because they're going to look what you eat. Let's see. Did we say that type 2 diabetes, 80% of the beta cells are destroyed before you have any signs and symptoms? That's true. On type 1 diabetes, 80% of the beta cells in the pancreas, which produce the insulin, are destroyed before the signs and symptoms show. Or you realize that it's diabetes. 80% can be destroyed of those beta cells. You need those beta cells in the pancreas to help produce the insulin needed for the blood sugar in the blood. That is exactly right. Let's see. Another question said, what is the signs of diabetes insipidus? Diabetes insipidus is not dependent on your insulin. It's like a whole lot of urine is produced in your body, and you just begin to urinate a lot. The kidneys is overproducing urine. That's what diabetes insipidus is. It hadn't got nothing to do with your insulin releasing out your pancreas. But then there is a problem with the hormone in the pituitary gland, which is called vasopressin hormone. That's totally different from the diabetes, diabetes insipidus. The fruits that are good for you, you got to narrow it down. You can't be eating a whole orange a day. You got a half an orange, half a banana. You got to discipline yourself in how much fruit you're eating. This is natural sugar, of course, but you got to discipline yourself with the fruit. Can't eat no whole banana a day, a whole orange a day, whole apple a day, because you get too many carbs, sugar behind it. So you can eat any kind of fresh fruit, but you got to discipline yourself with how much you eat it. It's not always what you eat, it's how much you eat. All right. Alcohol is bad for diabetics because alcohol got sugar in it. It's a lot of sugar in alcohol. Look up how they make alcohol. You don't need the sugar content in it. Some people can discipline themselves with a little bit of wine. If you can discipline yourself with a little bit of wine and you know your blood sugar been stable, but don't overindulge in it. Prefer to not mess with it at all. Just straight alcohol is too strong. It's too strong for anybody with diabetes because it's too much sugar and it's it's a stimulant. So it's going to stimulate your blood pressure to go up. To work on those basal cells, those beta cells that's in your pancreas that produce the insulin, to produce too much. And then you're going to have overflow in your urine and act on your kidneys. Remember, alcohol is bad on your kidneys also. And you need your kidneys. That's why a lot of people on dialysis right now today. The sugar overloaded in the kidneys, in the urine and all, and it wore the kidneys down. So anything you're wearing to your kidneys, you don't need it. Okay. Oh, smoking. Oh, sure. Sure. Smoking got nicotine chemicals in it. It's not recommended for diabetes at all, no, because the chemicals in the tobacco. And tobacco gonna produce those chemicals that produce more glucose and too much sugar overspilling in your blood and your urine. So you don't need the smoking of the tobacco. No tobacco product. All right. Is that okay? All right. What is let's see another question here someone gave me here. What's the main thing a diabetic person need to be doing? They need to be small portions, as I said earlier. Small portions. Foods rich in fiber, because food rich in fiber is an antioxidant. And the antioxidant get rid of those free radicals, those molecules that formed properly that produces those bacteria and mess you up with a lot of infection. So you need all the antioxidants that you can get. So foods rich in fiber, that's going to make you easily go to the bathroom and pass some of these toxins out your body. Vitamins, minerals, zinc, vitamin C, magnesium. Magnesium good for your heart and your whole body. You need all these foods rich in there. Very little sugar, very little sodium, and the natural sweets moderately. No unhealthy fats. You need the healthy fats like the fish, the salmon, the sardines. You need those kind of fats. So these are the things that diabetics need to be eating. Not a whole lot of beef, a little too heavy for your heart. Diabetics got to protect their organs because a lot of diabetic patients having problems with heart problems and even neurological problems, stomach problems, because diabetes is going to be the wear and tear on your organs in your body. So you got to save your organs as much as possible. Flour wrap talk. No, because flour wrap is going to be a white flour. And I told you don't buy it because it's going to turn to starch. And then they're going to use some corn syrup in there somewhere, and they're going to use some starch in there. Remember, they may use a lot of starch in those wraps and stuff. So if you can get the tacos with the spinach tacos or something like that, you're going to allow that, but you better very little of that. You need a half that taco up. Anything that's going to come out is original state. You don't need Broward's taco. Never heard of that. You got to break that down and tell me what kind of taco that is. Never heard of no taco. Remember, taco is gonna have some starch, wheat, some corn syrup, and some stuff in it that you don't need. All right, flour taco. Okay, corn wrap one. Corn is turns to starch also. Starch turns to sugar. So you gotta be careful with that. All right. Let's see. The next question is, do they know why the immune system attacks and destroys beta cells? They really don't know. They don't know. It's not known why the immune system sometimes attacks each other. They're not sure of any of it. But the immune system is very important to keep it up. And Paul, you got to keep that immune system boost up every day. Because see, it's even very important to keep you from getting to be a diabetic. That immune system. That's how important the immune system is. The vitamin A is important. Vitamin B is important. B vitamin is complex. The vitamin C that help keep your cells boosted up and fed. All right. Thank you very much for those questions. I love that. And most restaurants, yes, they do have the corn flour taco. Exactly. Make your own stuff. Make your own food. Then you'll know what's in your food when you make your own food. Best way to reverse diabetes is to eat the food just like it is in their natural state and limit the amount of food that you eat. Eat in smaller proportions. Do a lot of exercise, moving around, moving around. The body is designed to move. I guarantee if you start moving where you hadn't been moving and exercising and walking, uh, uh, you will feel a difference in your body. You will feel a lot better. Okay, you have to push yourself sometimes, press yourself. I was to the gym the other day, and a girl came to the gym, and she said, I was sitting on my couch trying to figure out what should I do. What should I come to the gym, or should I come to the gym, or what?" She said, "I just finally feel just say no, I'm coming." And I got up and I came, and I feel much better. She was on the treadmill, Bobby, working out, and she realized that there was a great difference when she go and exercise and when she don't exercise. See, the more you exercise, the more you're going to release enzymes from your brain that extend your life. If you never exercise, just lie on that bed all the time watching TV and blah blah blah, you're going to feel the blues after a while and depressed. You got to keep moving and briskly walking. If it is only 20 minutes, 2 3 times a week, it makes a difference. And you after a while you see them, wow, my blood sugar is not as high. I've been walking. My blood sugar is not. It's better than it's been. Drinking more water, washing that sugar through your kidneys, through your system, moving your bowel more regular. Every day you need to move your bowel. You don't supposed to need to go 3 times a days at a time and don't move all those toxins or poisons are piling up in your body, in your system, to diabetes and every other sicknesses because of all those toxins and poisons in your body and getting in your blood system. All right. Intermediate fasting is very, very awesome. Yes, yes. Intermediate fasting can help you a lot with that blood sugar, closing out that blood sugar. Yes, yes, yes. Because you're giving your organs a rest. And when you give your pancreas and your other organs a rest, guess what? They can perform better. Just like you. If you don't never rest, you go to bed, go to work, and you can't hardly perform right. You can't think right. You got brain fog. You got all these things coming against you. And you're like, wow, I didn't get enough rest. That just like your organs need some rest sometime in your body. So you gotta fast in order to last. You last longer when you fast. All right. Let's see if you need it. Yes, yes, yes. Lost it. Okay, okay. More pounds do you lose, especially around the stomach area and the navel area. More pounds you lose, the less likely you'll have diabetes or your blood sugar go down if you got diabetes. Okay. All right. That waistline. Work on that waistline. And that means your starches and your sugar go right to your waistline. So start coming down on your starches and your sugars, your carbohydrates. All right, all right. I was saying about the belly fat. That's what I was just saying about it. Come on down on your starches and your sugars because they go right to your waistline. You have that purge and budging out in your stomach there. And start to exercise. Do some sit-ups, sit-ups, sit-ups. A lot of water, a lot of water. Remember, 3/4 of your brain is water. 3/4 of your body is water. You need water to help regulate your peristalsis in your intestine tract. Get that all that gunk out of you. Okay, all that stool and all them waste materials out of you. All right, all right, all right. Let's see where we at now. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. The normal A1C. The normal A1C is 6.5. High is 6.5. Let's see it. Uh, don't go over 6.5 because when you get over greater than 6.5, that's a warning system that you might have to go on insulin or something. So you got to keep that blood sugar down to A1C down to like 5. Lemon juice, yes. Drink a little lemon juice in the morning and drink a little lemon juice at night. It'll help you sleep. A little lemon juice in the morning will help that belly fat. It'll also help your blood sugar. Wherever you making that fat decrease, you're gonna make that sugar better. The lemon will detox the liver. I mean, your liver breaks down a lot of stuff in your body. You need that liver. It's the factory of the body. Anytime you help your liver, you're going to help your blood pressure, and you're going to help cancer. You're going to help your diabetes and a lot of major sicknesses in your body. With the lemon juice, the lemon can save your life, and that is definitely true. Hello, Florida. Florida in the house. All right. A1C 45 as of 2 days ago. That is a blessing. A1 45. Awesome. Awesome. That is great. Keep it that way. Whatever you're doing is working. When you find something working for you, keep doing it. That's great. All right. And also, don't get stressed because stress will run up your blood sugar too. So stay calm, relax, keep doing what you're doing. 5.4 as of 2 days ago. That is awesome. All right. Let's see. What is HbA1c? Somebody asks. All right. It's another test that you can take that you don't have to fast with after midnight with. They got a new test. It's not as new as it. A lot of people don't use it. They just use the A1C to check for your blood sugar. But you got one called HbA1c that you don't have to fast with. Okay, they check that blood antibodies, and check and see how your blood sugar is in your body. Okay, yes, it's hot in Florida, and I can tell that it's hot here too. All right, what is abnormal? A1C is 6.5 over 6.5, and that's after 2 tests. Tests is right behind each other, and it's 6.5 greater than 6.5. They establish that you are diabetic. Okay, and we said that the normal blood sugar was 70 to 110. So, but a diabetic is already known to be a diabetic can be a little higher than that. Because I've known some diabetics said they didn't feel good with their blood sugar in the hundreds. They felt better when it was 200s because their body had got accustomed to the 200. But they still can change that from their lifestyle and what they put in their mouth. All right. Smoothies, naturally good for diabetes. Right. That's when you're not getting that powdered stuff that make that smoothie with. Now you're getting your spinach, your kale, and you getting the real deal, and get the organic kind without the chemicals to make your smoothie with. And organic blueberries, whatever you're making a smoothie out of, because you don't need the chemicals. All right, because reason why the smoothies are so good because you're eating it raw, and 70% of our diet every day is supposed to be raw for our cells, our blood cells, and everything to continue to work into normal condition. Because the more you cook it, the more you're cooking out some of the nutrients out of your food. So 70% of your food need to be raw every day. All right. Some of the foods that lower your A1C, as we discussed, the boiled eggs are another one besides the lemon. Boiled eggs, not fried eggs, boiled eggs. Okay, fresh fruits, oatmeal, and the steel cut oatmeal is even better. And gluten free is even better. Nuts, seed, garlic. Garlic is good, good, good for blood sugar. Garlic will help bring your blood sugar down. And aloe vera will also wash some sugar out your blood. And remember, you want the fatty fish, which is salmon, uh, sardines, tuna fish, stuff like that. If you stressed out or yourself stressed out, and you can help release some of that stress by briskly walking every day, and eating clean, as you say, you can get rid of them diabetes, them insulin, and come on off that pill. And I tell everybody, you rather take insulin than the pills, the metformin and the different pills, because they're gonna go through your kidneys and your organs, and eventually it's gonna mess those organs up. But you're taking all those pills every day. When you take the insulin, it's going directly to your bloodstream and do what it need to do, which is good. All right. Work, exercise. That's right. Workout, exercise. Work some of those toxins out. Because the more you exercise, the more you're going to be going to the bathroom. Release some of those toxins. Let's see. Another question someone sent me was, did you say that unsweet yogurt daily can reduce type 1 diabetes? It can reduce your type 1 diabetes. The unsweetened yogurt, and preferably the Greek yogurt. And they have got it. It's called Shabana, and that kind of yogurt. Yes, because remember, yogurt is also a probiotic, and probiotic act as much better than antibiotics. Probiotics will help protect your cells, your blood cells, your organs, and break down some infection on your body and detox your body. Antioxidants. Come on now. So yes, unsweetened yogurt, awesome for your body to help reduce that type 1 diabetes and any kind of diabetes. All right. Okay. Oh, naturally, don't have sugar naturally. It's a processed food. When they process, they don't have any natural sugar. They don't take all the good nutrients and the fiber and stuff out of the food when they process it. All right. And you don't want the processed meats and stuff. You want your real deal chicken, fish, beef, whatever you're eating. You don't want the process, because it's got chemicals that are being produced in it. And we done a whole set of videos on that. You can go back and look at those videos. All right, let's see what else we got here. I mentioned an enzyme called AMP enzyme, and it's in the beta cells of the pancreas. This enzyme here, as you get older, it get less in your blood system, and it can cause your beta cells to not produce the insulin needed in your pancreas, and have your blood sugar high. So you got to be sure it's right here inside enzyme, that you want that enzyme to continue to be working in your beta cell. So somebody said, what triggers the enzyme to work better? Fasting, as we were talking about a few minutes ago. Giving your organs a rest. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Okay. You asked about foods that have no sugar, has no sugar in them at all. That's good. That's good. As long as they're not foods that got starch in it, because starch is going to turn to sugar. Like iced potatoes, white potatoes. White potatoes is starch. It's going to turn to sugar. So you got it haven't got starch in it. It's not a starchy food, because you got your starchy foods out there too that turns to sugar. No sugar at all is the vegetables, and then you have the natural fruits, the fruits there. But your vegetables don't have any sugar unless you put it in there yourself. Okay, so you always free to eat a bunch of vegetables as much as you can, and meats don't have any sugar unless somebody put it in there. But it's best to eat the fatty fish, they said. That's right. Most foods do have some form of sugar. That is correct. If it don't have it, yeah, that's right. If it's not vegetables and meat, yes, it does. Yes. All right. Let's see what it's. The foods that can trigger this enzyme AMPK in your beta cells of your pancreas that help you is a bitter mineral. It's a food called bitter mineral. It's a fruit. Uh, Cinnamon is very awesome to put in your oatmeal that help the pancreas produce insulin needed. Cinnamon is very, very valuable to the body. Golden seal is an herb that's real good for to help get boost your insulin. Liquid licorice root is another one. And of course, I mentioned the vitamin C, the zinc, the magnesium, and it's chromin, chromin, chromin is another mineral that's good to help your insulin be produced in your pancreas. Let's see, another person asked, what was the new type 3 diabetes? Dementia. This is the newest thing that they came out with now. Dementia is the new type 3 diabetes. It messes with your brain and your newer activators in your brain and make you not remember things. And remember, when your blood sugar already up, it gives you brain fog. That's one of the symptoms of diabetes is brain fog. So it's already messing with your brain. So now they have came up that type 3 diabetes is dementia. All right. That's a symptom of diabetes, losing weight. Yes, it is. And how you going to lose weight? Because you're going to have a lot of urine produced and a lot of urination. And when you lose a lot of urine, you're gonna lose a lot of weight. And you sometimes you may not have an appetite much to eat, and you're gonna lose a lot of weight. Okay. Yes, that's one of the symptoms that I told you, a sign and symptom of diabetes, losing weight, difficult urine, brain fog. Okay. Um, let's see. Now, what happens if diabetes not diagnosed early? Someone asks. You might have a problem with your eyes. It's called diabetes rectopathy, and uh, sometimes people go blind. You know, a lot of people are going blind and didn't realize they were the diabetic. So if you don't realize that you're a diabetic, you're going to continue to eat and do the same thing you always done. And if you do the same thing you always done, you're going to have the same results. So you got to do something different in order to still have different results. That's why it's very important to go to the doctor once a year to have your blood sugar and all your blood work done to see where you're standing. And always get a copy of your blood work and x-rays, CAT scan, or whatever you haven't done in the doctor's office. You have that right to get a copy of it. So you can compare it from one year to another, see where you're standing at. All right, so you can also lose a limb, gangrene, because the blood circulation not going to be in that limb like it's supposed to because of the high sugar content in your blood of diabetes. And so you're going to cut the circulation, and we call that gangrene. People are having strokes, all kind of different types of strokes now. And they don't know the key behind that stroke is their diabetes. And they didn't know they had diabetes. And I've heard several people say, well, I got high blood pressure, but I'm not a diabetic. So you got to be careful to watch your blood sugar if you got high blood pressure, because they almost run hand in hand. Okay. And neurological problems, you can run into a lot of neurological problems. Like I said, type 3 diabetes is dementia now. Yeah. That's right. Swollen feet. That's post-circulation. So you need to go get checked out. Make sure you're not a diabetic. Okay, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, my feet just swollen up. And they're not checking it out and seeing why it's swollen up. But look and see what can cause that. One thing is diabetes, post-circulation, overworking your organs. All right. Worse what? Oh yeah, that's bad when you got to go down to your wheelchair. Yes, but a lot of people get there quick and not even realize it because they're not having regular checkups every year. And if you see where your blood sugar was a little high in your blood work one year, you need to go and check it within about 6 months again and make sure it hadn't gotten higher because it sneaks up on you. All right, all right. So child diabetes, how can we know if a child got diabetes? Bedwetting is one serious problem with children that got diabetes. They usually end up wetting the bed a lot, even as they get bigger. So, and also if your child got a big stomach area around, poached out stomach, you need to keep a close watch on that because evidently they get more starches and sugar than they need to. And this would cause diabetes, and a lot of children have got diabetes early. All right. Let's see. They can also get says thirsty real easy. A fruity breath smell with children, and always drinking a whole lot all the time. Check them out for diabetes. Okay. Make sure you check that out. And start cooking your food more at home and stop going out eating all the time. Somebody asked me, can insulin pump be trusted? Can you trust an empty insulin pump? Insulin pump should be about right. But you need to recheck your blood sugar with a blood sugar machine. I will always do that. Always tell you to do that. Always recheck your blood sugar with a blood sugar machine. because everybody depended on computers and pumps and all kind of stuff. Now it's nothing like going back to the old way of doing things every once in a while and recheck. All right. I don't have any more questions here. Anybody else have any more questions that they want to ask me tonight? So if you hadn't had that yearly checkup to check your blood sugar, the A1C, please go and get it. Okay, Dextron, the one that they put in your arm, the machine, Dextron, yes, that's very, very safe. You do it with your phone and check your blood sugar with your phone and all. Yes, that's very, very safe. And every once in a while, though, you go back and check it with your regular blood sugar machine. Those are very, very handy. I worked as a nurse at a school and some church did it. And it was very, very handy for me. It saved me a lot. All right. All right. Somebody trying to get one. Okay. Okay. All right. Take good care of it. Yeah, they works real good if you don't forget they there and be careful with them. Okay. All right. That's very good. Ice cream recommended to diabetes. Any ice cream? Well, they have got the ice cream where it said no sugar added now. But you got to eat very, very small amount and check your blood sugar. If you got a blood sugar been running high, don't go for it. Always right. Always watch that. When it say added sugar, it should be 0, 0, 0, 0. You don't want no added sugar. You want the natural sugar. Great place to put the Dexter machine in your arm. Right here. Most of them put it right here, and they put it right there and check the blood sugar right there, right above the elbow, right there. If the doctor have his preferred place to put it, let him put it where you want to put it at. But this is the area right here that you won't hit it so much. Your elbow is above your elbow. All right. All right. What about your stomach? Some people have put it in the stomach before. If you feel more safe for that and then the doctor says it's okay, go by whatever the doctor tell you. Whatever he recommended, the one that you're going to. No dot ice cream because dot ice cream is gonna have some other kind of form of sugar. Remember that. So don't let dot fool you. Just if it say dot, no. And remember, 100% fruit juice, 100% pineapple juice, grape juice, whatever you're drinking. And grapes got a lot of sugar in it, y'all. Be careful with it. Strawberries got a lot of much sugar too. Some natural fruits got more sugar in it than other natural fruits. Oranges got sugar in it too. You don't want it showing. I got you. Unless you're gonna wear some long sleeves or something. Yeah, you want to put in your stomach. Yeah, if the doctor says okay, go ahead. Just don't forget it's there. Be careful. You don't want to get them messed up. All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much for these questions tonight. I enjoyed them. And anybody have any other questions, you can get in touch with me at nursecarlotta@gmail.com. Just send in any questions, any complaints, anything. nursecarlotta@gmail.com. If you got any other suggestions that you want to hear me teach on, nursecarlotta@gmail.com. Thank you and enjoy you so much. Thank you very much for that. And we will be coming the next time on blood pressure. All right. Don't y'all forget to like the video. Like, share, like, and share. and tell someone about it. Subscribe. You have a good night too. We love you all. We want you to have a long, long, healthy, healthy life. All right. Good night. Love you.